Hi, in this video we are going to extend our discussion to support vector machines. So as you can see on the screen, we have suppose we have this sample data set. Okay, so we have pink points and we have blue points, and our task is to create a decision boundary. Okay, we have the task of creating a decision boundary between these points so as to separate pink and blue points. Okay, so this is a typical machine learning model. We have input, we apply some function, we add some biases, and then we generate our predictions. Okay, now so there are many possible ways to create a boundary, okay, that can be used to create a boundary, and this particular expression is one of them. So what are the possible boundaries? As you can see, all these are the possible boundaries. Okay, this, and there are infinite boundaries that can pass through this region. Okay, so how do you choose out of all these infinite boundaries which is the best one? And to do that, we use SVM. SVM is used to select the best among all the possible boundaries. Okay, so what is SVM? SVM selects a boundary that maximizes its distance from different sets of data points. Okay, for example, I'll just let's talk more about this. Yes, now suppose we have this data set and there are a lot of boundaries that can pass through this region, right? So SVM is going to choose that particular boundary. Suppose this is the boundary that SVM is going to choose, which is going to maximize the distance of this boundary from the points on either side. Okay, this maximum this distance and this distance should be maximum. So basically the closest point of this cluster should be as far as possible, and the closest point of this cluster is also should be as far as possible from this line. Okay, so that is the boundary SVM chooses. Okay, since we are maximizing the margin, we are maximizing the difference between two boundaries. SVM is also known as maximum margin classifier. Okay, now it can be figured out by solving the optimization problems. These are the expressions that we solve, and based on the output that is coming out of these expressions, we choose our cases. Okay, yes, and we have to minimize mod of w square, and this is basically the graph that depicts what I'm trying to say. So we are basically trying to solve this expression, right? So all the points that are coming out as greater than equal to +1 comes here, less than -1 comes here, and between -1 to +1 they come here. Okay, there is another thing that we call as non-linear SVM. Okay, so this particular classification was very simple. Okay, so it was very simple, you just have to draw a line. But what if it is not as simple as that? Okay, what if the classification that we have to do is non-linear? Okay, so for example, these points that we have all the blue points outside the circle parameter, and then we have pink points inside the circle parameters. How do we create a boundary in such cases? For that, what we do, we increase the dimension. Okay, we map the feature space to a higher dimension, and this is actually, I don't think this is a very good idea, because in machine learning our approach is to reduce dimension instead of increasing it, because the more the number of dimension our data set is having, the expensive computation becomes. Okay, but still that is how we approach this problem. What we do is we increase the dimension. So suppose we are earlier having only x and y plane, now we are having x, y and z plane. Okay, and we map all the points through this kernel function from this graph to this graph. Okay, we are mapping all the points, and then what we see, we map in such a way that pink points come in one plane and blue point come in other plane, and that is how we create a decision boundary. Okay, So what is kernel function? What are the benefits of using a kernel function? It makes non-separable points separable. The thing is that it is right now it may be looking like that a circle could have solved the problem, but this is a very hypothetical case that I have just built for sake of explaining the concept. The real data set are not this easily separable. Okay, so kernel function makes non-separable data points separable, and they maps the data into the higher space, as we have just seen here. Okay, so all the points go through the kernel function and the resultant is mapped into the higher space. And what are some of the kernel functions? This is the kernel function, right? So what are some of the kernel functions? We have linear kernel functions, we have polynomial, and then we have radial basis functions for infinite dimensional space. Okay, the SVM allows very low error in classification. This is a few points that you can keep in mind. And SVM support vector are points closest to the decision boundary. Okay. One thing that we have to discuss before this video ends, what are support vectors? Support vectors are these points. Okay, the points which are closest to the decision boundary are called as support vector. So this point, so basically from which point you are maximizing the distance of the decision boundary is called as support vector. Okay, so this was one point that you should know. Yeah, so by doing this we are done with support vector machine. In the next video we are going to discuss about unsupervised learning. We will start the introduction and then we move to clustering.